Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for taking your time and watching today's embroidery video. We actually just got back from a trip in countryside Sacramento. It was a really good time. Everything out there was just beautiful. We went out there with Tanya's family and we stayed at an Airbnb. The house also very rustic, kind of like a barn type house. Tons of animals all around. They had a pond just on the other side of the fence with a bunch of ducks and geese and an ostrich on the other side of the fence. It was a really good time. So for about 4 days, we did zero embroidery, zero work, but the trip is over and we're back to work, and this is what we're doing today. We're pretty much doing a sample hat for a painting company. Here's the image. Not the greatest, but you know we're gonna make it pop. We're gonna make it look good. I already have it digitized, but I will go over the details. It didn't take too long, I think 15-20 minutes. Only the TPG will be puff, oh, also the roof. And the stuff down here is flat. I'll show you guys in a second. And I also ran the sample. Here it is. So TPG is puff, also here. And then the little paintbrush and the painting effect is flat. So that made it a little bit easier. Let's get into it. I should have been recording the whole time I was digitizing, at least to time lapse it, and you guys could see it somewhat beginning to end, but I'll show you guys here what I did. And I'll digitize at least one of these letters just to let you guys know exactly what I did. Here is the final result. I guess one of the biggest things besides the puff would be this paintbrush effect. I like how it came out. I'm not good at doing gradients yet. It's not something that I need to do often. So I just kind of went with what I thought looked pretty good, which was this solid shape here. Made this side jagged. And then this was just a running stitch. So kind of easing the solid block of what's going to be blue into, you know, kind of like it feathers off. And then the paintbrush here is a little rough to draw out. There's really no detail in there. So I did my best to copy that as well, add a little bit of detail in there, and hopefully on the hat, it still looks pretty good. The P and the T, pretty straightforward. These ends will need no caps. They're way too small. And this is what I did for the G. Pretty much like the only thing that was kind of particular about it was that I split this corner from the rest of the design. Because if I would have just done the solid shape, I'll do this real quick, might have had some issues with too much foam sticking out from certain area. Okay, put that to fill. Let's say, you know, the angles naturally would go like this, flat like that. And then I've had this issue before where here, this area, right here, all the foam is gonna stick out. So what I did is I cut that with a knife. And then I was able to reshape these two to make sure that we were not gonna have any issues this way. And same here. And honestly, I think it looks fantastic. Can you guys see right there, the G? I really liked how that came out. So besides that, nothing special. Here is everything. Long satins, but the machine did it well. Same here, nothing special. But even though it is like fairly simple thing, you still want to do the best that you can, because it is a sample hat that could lead to more work. From what we were told is they already get their hats off, I believe, a website by the dozen. So if we could get the job well done and at a decent price, they will most likely want the dozen after this hat. So nonetheless, gotta give it your all. We're gonna be working with Yupong 5-panel trucker hat. Solid hat, pretty much identical as a decky one that we always use. We also have a black one and a blue one, but the original design is all blue. I think this is gonna pop nicely. I just noticed, again, we have one of these designs that because of the shape of it, here's the actual center point. When I embroider it, the majority of it seems like it's more on this side, the important parts of it. So I am going to shift the whole design to the right just a little bit. Pretty much it's almost like the brush that's sticking way out does not exist, and we're trying to center this part of the design. So I am shifting it a little bit more to the right. Center point is gonna stay all the way at the bottom. It's embroidering bottom up, And I think that's it. It is 2.5 in height. Here is the millimeters, the spacing, and the spacing for the puff. Well, that was for both. About a week ago, we also got this no-show mesh. That's really good for embroidering shirts. So we're gonna be trying this a little bit later this week, if not next week. But we have our hat right here, our 3-ounce cutaway stabilizer. And a nice hoop here. Sweatband out, inside the tab right in here. Tight fit. No clips on the side, but we're looking nice. Gotta make sure they all clip. As well as the screws all tightened. Everything is pretty much blue here. 6. We're gonna add a stop after doing the painting group, so we'll put that there. Blue and blue to finish off. Since these hats don't have the middle seam, it's helpful to go all the way up. Just line it up with the where it meets the top of the seam up here, and then I can see that we are lined up. Let me move it all the way to the bottom. Always do your trace. I hope that little movement, that little change that I did on the positioning actually makes a difference. And that's it. Let's run it. We're looking pretty good. If you guys like all of this embroidery stuff, don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it here. Thank you. I'm gonna tape this down today. Before we went on our trip, we went to Costco and we bought this light that's supposed to be really bright, really strong, as well as you could change the temperature, so a warm color or a cool color. We were excited about getting it real quick and installing it, and we didn't realize it's this type that has to be hooked up directly to the power of the house, not just plug and it's ready to go. So we took a bit of a loss there. We're still debating whether we're gonna return it or wait till we could actually get that done. Because I think it would be much, much brighter out here with it. We are done here. I have my heat gun ready right there. Ready to shoot this foam. Whoa. What was that about? Sweet. It is not gonna take too much cleaning. Just gotta poke in a little bit of foam at the end of these ends. See, the design was even more this way, so it barely did the job as it is. I think that's good. Anything more, I make it look off. What do you guys think? Or would it still have to be a little bit more to the right, even more than what I already did? The camera stays decently focused. I'll show you guys exactly what I mean by the stuff I gotta push in. Just at the ends here. Not much, really. Very nice. Besides this, need a little cleaning up. Obviously, threads like that. There's a little one right there. A little bit of underlay stuck out of the blue underneath right there. But you can get these loops out just popping them out. And for good measure, little lighter work. I think I would hire us. I'm really happy with the way it came out. I don't have many things that I would tweak. Maybe just remove the underlay from the little brush that is stuck out. But besides that, I'm really happy that it's really simple. If we do strike up a deal, it'll be a real easy job. A dozen hats, no biggie. I think it would be Richardson hats. So that's the only thing, just ordering the hats. And then obviously they have the middle seam. They're a little bit more rigid, but it shouldn't be an issue nonetheless. Design's pretty simple. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Real simple, straightforward video. If you guys did enjoy, again, a like and a subscribe would really help us out. We really much appreciate it. Hope everybody has a good day, good night, good evening. Deuces.